side right here on the Culture Word and Ministry. Once again, the street hype. We're gonna give you the hype on the street today. It's gonna be a little something different, fam. We're gonna deal with the celibacy thing, fam. For me, I've been about 18 months now. I thought I'd sit down and kind of share it with the world, so to speak, and share my views and opinion. But I have a lovely lady that's gonna pretty much be in the background, fam. And she pretty much gonna be interviewing me, give me some tough questions, I hope. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be sharing my views and opinions, consulting skills that you might hear today. I'm not promised tomorrow that I may be celibate, all right, family? I'm letting y'all know now. But here today, it is what it is, and so I'm gonna drop what I know, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll be Dr. B one day, I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm just Mr. B, and let me set my ass down and let's get this interview going, family, about celibacy. You have another question?
Yes.
Let's go for it. I'm sorry, I'm here to now. That's what happened, and I'm up to now. That's what happened, fam. I hope y'all got any depth information on that.
Okay,
We chop it up later.
Just to backtrack a little bit and bring a summary of your answers for that question. When you started celibacy, it was to cleanse yourself of some possibly
13-year love.
Okay, so it was more like cleansing of emotional trauma, relationship trauma.
Right.
And to just, get the slate clean. And to think more from your head versus your penis.
Well, it's not just your head or your penis. It's more like you thinking about this person. You just want to be with them. You just want to share energy with them. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't really have to be sex. When somebody that you really enjoy, it's not even really about the sex part. It comes to you just want to be around. I mean, you might have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? You might have if you're in the business world, like me, you know what I'm saying? I had a lot of different things on my plate that I had to do. So if the queen ain't really dead, you know what I'm saying, or even help sharing that, then I gotta focus on what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Come up with logos, do graphic design, video work, you name it. You know what I mean?
So not having sex keeps you from overly attaching yourself to someone and being distracted from your priorities.
Pretty much, that's what it is, indeed. Because you become that person. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you entering, the womb, the black universe. You know what I mean? You don't know what's up in there. And I mean more ways than one sometimes. But yeah, you're dealing with the black universe, so.
Okay, so now that we know how, why, when you started, and you told us where you came from when you started, where you are now the question would be, where do you see celibacy taking you? What is the means to an end? What is it going to do for you in the long term?
Well, you find out that this world is different now. More ways than one, fam. Like I was saying, earlier. Number one, for women, a lot of times it's strange to even have a man say he's celibate. Somebody you think you got amping their head up to make them feel like they first or something. Yeah.
That kind of covers all of the history and understanding it. Now let's talk about some of the misconceptions. Most people look at celibacy as either an obligation or religious practice. Do you see it something that you chose to do, or it was kind of like forced upon you with your beliefs? And what's the difference in doing it for yourself versus someone telling you you need to do this?
Alright, so you might have asked me that question a couple of times, so I might go into my zone, fam. So y'all bear with me. Alright, so you saying, what's this between doing it yourself? And I don't see a lot of women say, My man is Jesus. Let's keep it real. They say that shit, and I'm like, huh? A ghost? All right. First of all, let me touch on that for a minute. Logically, for all people that saying that, for you women, if you had a grandmother, if you know a great grandmother, a aunt, a great aunt, that said the same thing and she died lonely, ask yourself, do you believe in ghosts? That's number one. Well, I don't believe in ghosts. Do you believe that dead people will return? A lot of people would say yes, some would say no. Okay, here we go, a good one. If you go outside right now, look up into the sky, you must ask yourself, when the bomb dropped, first atomic bomb, what was it, Hiroshima? Something like that? When it dropped, did we over here in America see the smoke or feel the rumble of an atmosphere? And if your answer is no, then you must ask yourself, how can this one man appear for everybody across the world at one time when he comes back? So to save yourself and say that you're doing it for religious purposes, if you was already a virgin, I agree with it. Wait until you get married. I don't care what they gas your head up. I don't care how many presents they bring you or whatever. Wait. You know what I'm saying? That's if you never, you're a virgin. However, if you have experience in the field and you're saying, well, I'm going to take a break. Yeah, I'm done. I'm tired of being treated this way. I say don't do it for religious purpose. Don't be like the great greats, up to 2,000 years, still waiting for that man to come. Because it's a lonely world out here. And if you go back to Genesis, we come in pairs, man and woman. I think it's chapter 1, verse 26, 27. Go read for yourself. Doing it for yourself, it's got to be a self-decision. It got to be something that's coming from you that's saying, yo, it's going to be something in you that's going to say, you know what? I'm tired of these energies. I feel this way or that way when I'm with this person. It may last a couple of weeks or months, a couple of months, maybe a year. Might ain't get up to 2 or 3. But it seems like you're still going through some bullshit. It's called a cycle. Why? Because, in my opinion, you still got the first cycle on you. From your virginity stage when you broke that egg or whatever, or you got it in. For me, family, I was 9. Okay, I was 9 years old. I was a young cat. I've been in it for a minute, so I guess you can say I abused what I used. How about that, man? To say it like that, I abused what I used. And it could have an effect on your spirit, on your energies, and that's if you start getting into that world, man. If you ain't into to understand what's called higher self, higher consciousness, or understand what's called the chakra systems, of understanding that most of us, and they keep us between the third and the first chakra, the root chakra. You know what I'm saying? This whole society that we're definitely in right now. Do you understand that we also must use our higher self? That's why we're not thinking about in the hood building a house. Or instead of buying rims, you go buy a house. Or drive a hoopty for a while and take that couple of stacks and open up a business or something. Instead of buying, sneakers every day and, getting your grill on bling bling, all that craziness. Because see, we down in our lower selves. We ain't thinking nothing higher. We're distracted by these energies that's around us every day that this society and people say you must be like, or look like, or act like, or smell, even smell like now. It's crazy. So when you get what's called in tune with yourself, one thing was another thing I was studying, and when you start getting in your 30s, you start seeking your spiritual self. You know what I mean? You can be this. They say the 32 degree things freeze. Right? So you gotta decide when you get to that 32 age, if you're gonna stay where you at. Cause I know some brothers that's 60 and still act like they do when they was 20 or 10. I mean, just by their actions and with their decisions and so forth and so on. So either you can stay frozen in life, feel that life been the worst for you all that time, so forth and so on, or you can start building up your temperature. Get up to 720 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 360, you understand me? Get your spirit together. Those for those who understand what I'm saying this now. Those who don't, do a little studying. We should have, back to the question here.